Welcome. My name's Brian Knight, and I live near Melbourne in Australia. And it's just turned after 5 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday. Um, and we're here to look at the relaxed method of trading. Um, so let me just share this to start with. Welcome, Tom.
Hi, Brian.
All right. Welcome to this live Forex analysis session. Just note that the trades discussed in this group are to be classed purely as educational only. That's because we're a group of people helping each other and we're not financial advisors. So just, you need to learn to sort out the trades that you want to take yourself. There is a full risk disclosure there and a little bit about us as live session traders. Okay. Still not in any trades, and I haven't taken, there's no orders that I have in place at the moment. So let's go across onto the charts. Been a bit of movement.
Not much.
Oh, well, true, but some pairs, like the AUD pairs, have moved a bit. I think that was, where's this? There. So, like, it's only been buys in the, let me just get a, just so you have,
50 pips. The market opened.
yeah, yeah. So basically, yeah, on this one pair. So it's basically come up and back. Oh, yeah, 50, 60, 70, somewhere around there. We're now outside on the 4 hour. There is a long down here and a long on the, last week on the 4 hour. So you're right, Tom, not big moves. They're just moves. Now, what have we got? 24 hours or so, is it? Inflation rate? Oh, it's not even forecasting. Oh my gosh. That's tomorrow, New York Open, isn't it? Your
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow? Yeah,
Yes.
okay. And is that where I know, is that where we're talking about interest rate as well? Oh no, it's the day after. Hang on, let's go USD sales. Yeah, no, it's the 18th. Okay, so it's the day after. Oh, and it's at 1900. Oh, that's interesting.
That's 11:30 my time, right before
Yeah,
lunch.
yeah,
Excuse me.
yeah. So it's later than, yeah, okay. So it won't be market open. It's yeah, later than that. Welcome, Darren. Back into the world of the of the
Brian.
non-holidayers. How was
Yeah,
the top?
fine.
How was the holiday?
Very good, thank you.
Lovely, good stuff. We're going to do that.
Hi, Darren.
There's those the JPYs and oil aren't looking so flash.
No, these JPYs are really,
They're painful, aren't they?
yeah, they really are.
Anyway, so you've got Canadian inflation news coming up, New York Open, which is your tomorrow lunchtime, Darren,
Yeah.
and then the next day after that is like 7 o'clock at night, which will actually be, I think it'll be before the session on, yeah. Anyway, yes. And when uh, are any of you sort of lined up? What's the date for come off daylight saving? Do you know? Tom probably doesn't know. Do you,
No, I don't
Darren?
know.
No, okay. I wouldn't expect you to know, Tom. I know about the pairs, but not about daylight saving coming off.
Towards the towards the end of October for us. So
End of October. All right. Well,
Towards
we
the
go
end,
on
yeah.
to daylight saving at the start of October.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's going to be. All right. We'll talk about that timing later. That's all right. Right. Okay. So, yeah, since open, it's pushed up on that. Some of the reports I've been seeing, there's like a little bit more than a 50% chance that the Fed will actually lower interest rates by about half a percent rather than a quarter. And then there's about 40% saying it would only be a quarter. But the guarantee is there's going to be a rate cut at some point. We just don't know how big it might be. Anything on the ground, Tom? Or is
No.
no? Okay, rightio. And there wasn't a lot of gap at open that I noticed, so the market's just like setting itself up, moving in the middle of channels, and yeah, again, it's just waiting for this whole. I think it's waiting for the US to drop and everybody else to sort of. But they were saying that UK is planning on staying on their level, so we'll just see. Right, CAD. What's it going to do? What is the plan? Well, from a daily perspective, we have a long last week, and it pushed up, and then at the end of the week, it just pulled back, and at the start of this week, it's pushing back up further.
Well, I'm still in the buy on this
from down here.
Yeah.
Of course, but that would have been a big pullback down.
Yeah.
Nearly to entry, and now it's going back off again.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a longer term view that you've got, which is good. All right. Well, I think we were talking yesterday about potentially to break this up here and have a stop loss down below the long. Well, it came back, triggered here, and then just kept going up. We felt it might go down, but that would have, at market open, if you had a trade, would have triggered that in. Once it went below anyway. So I'm of the thought that I want to really wait until we, if you're in a trade, fair enough. But for me, it's like, I'm going to wait until that US rate decision comes out and see which sort of where it's going to push, and then take the potentially the opposite. The market's ready to push around. Okay, AUD that hasn't come up to match the previous. Look, I don't think the Aussie dollar is very strong at this point, but it will depend on what starts moving around. So many pairs are just sort of relatively sideways, or they just sort of push down back up. There's nothing. So we'll just compare it on the daily. We've got a long on it still up here, not outside, and then it pushed back down again and gave us a short on the 4 hour. So I don't know if you're in any of these trades, Tom, or not. Are you still, Darren? You're in the buy on that still?
Yeah.
Okay. Looking for it to go potentially to the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you moved stop loss up here? Not quite. Oh,
yes.
You have. Okay.
Yeah.
And probably on the CAD as well. You might have moved the stop up.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No worries. AUD/JPY though. Oh gosh. It just keeps pulling up that bit. So we've still got the short. We've got a short there. It depends, I think, on this. I was talking yesterday. I don't know whether this will be the low with that spike out there in the long, and for it to go further up, it'll come down to whether it breaks that short. Now it's close to that. Look at it there. Price is nearly out the end of that wick on that short. So again, it's like, well, if you here we go. Look at all these points here. 1, 2, 3. It couldn't push up past it and dropped off. It didn't break the bottom. So what are your thoughts, gentlemen? Well, yours probably, are you still in the buy on this, Darren?
Yeah.
In drawdown?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, on the trend line, it's slightly broken it. So what are your thoughts, Tom?
I'm waiting for this push to complete. By complete, I mean I'm waiting for one candle to turn the opposite direction, one red candle to push back down,
and
fail, and then get a buy signal and
Mhm.
buy it up. Because I'm suspecting it's going to break that short that it just created.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then we're going to get a pullback.
It looks like it is.
Not get another shorter long. And then it's going to roll over and start pushing up.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
But I think that's going to happen tomorrow morning.
You're tomorrow morning. Okay, yeah. Okay, gotcha. We've got inflation rate coming out for Japan. What's that one? Is it AUD inflation? No. Oh, there's a rate decision. Okay. Bank of Japan. It's well outside, isn't it, on the daily? And you can see what it did last time. It came out and then pushed up. Okay. So what you're thinking, Tom, is that it'll push up, just break this short, the top of it. It'll do a pullback and then potentially go back up and potentially even break that short.
That's what I'm looking for.
Okay. Right. Fair enough. For me, I'm looking at this 4 hour and you'd be in early, but I'm looking at it to break these peaks. So for me, it would be, go back. For me, it would be break there. And that's probably quite a hefty amount there. Yeah, it's 185 pips. Okay. But it could also come up here, break and pull back. So anyway, and you're right, it could be tomorrow, whenever, Tom. But it has now broken out that trend line from that short to that, that peak there.
Mm-hmm.
So it does give you indication it could break, pull back, and then start surging up.
All it needs is one failed candle backwards, back down.
Yeah.
Just displaying that it just has no power to break that bottom.
Yeah, 4 hour, you mean, candle. That's right. Okay, lovely. AUD, NZD. Right, that's on the long. It hasn't broken the trend line. We've still got the long over on this side. Oh, it's broken the short anyway. Did that last week. I think we're getting ready for a bit of a pullback on this though.
I have this set up for a buy.
Yeah, I know, but I think we're going to get it'll come out to the other side of the rail, potentially pull back before it does take off. Yeah.
Well, I'm looking to get in this for the buy.
Well, because it came out and you had the long on it.
Yeah, usual rules, yeah.
Even if the long's that far inside the rail, Darren. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. Okay. Fair enough.
But it's not reached the middle yet, as if it was already at the
middle, yeah.
midline,
the danger zone.
Yeah, then I'll think twice about it, but no, get into this.
Okay.
I've had a few good trades off this recently.
Yeah, well, this one was a bugger in here when it pushed back to the middle and then came back. That was a bit of a loss in there. For me, it was anyway, but I'd got stuff out of it before. Okay. Look, that's the way of trading, isn't it? Sometimes you get pairs that just are running really nice, and then all of a sudden they start jumping about and causing headaches. And I think that's really a lesson in trading, that normal is not normal, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, nothing's normal, nothing's guaranteed.
No, you're right. And when a pair is just running nice and then all of a sudden there's a change, and it is totally unpredictable on it. Okay, AD and Singapore. That was a gap at open, but then it pushed back up. Oh, so look, the AUD's been strong at open. Again, this US thing just keeps creeping in at me. It's going to change the dynamics, I think, across the whole market, which it normally does anyway, and the euros could do. Okay, AUD USD, that also pulled up. So basically all of the Aussie dollars are all sort of basically pulled up since market open. So that's good to see. And not to say it won't have a little pullback. You can see stuff starting to happen at the end of the New York session. And we'll see what happens. But it's getting out to the other side of the 4 hour. So it's likely to have a pullback before we get some sort of a push back up, if it's going to do that. So the short is still, in a way, dominant on this. Well, it hasn't quite broken that short. But look at that engulfing candle. That's incredible. Like a week of push up, and in one 4 hour candle, it just takes the whole thing out. Yeah. Okay. Is this a push up? So what's anybody, Tom may not want to do it. What's your prediction, Darren, with interest rate change? What's going to happen to the US dollar? Will it push up? Will it push down?
Until we get the interest rate decision, we don't know, do we? I mean, I didn't get in this for a sell anyway, because it hadn't pushed. Yeah, it only sort of whipped top of the X48, so I'm not in anything on this. So I would be hoping it'll get a bit of a push up, break out to the top, and then wait for the sell.
Okay.
Wait for the short.
So you might think that potentially, if the US dollar lower their interest rate, it will weaken the US dollar against other currency pairs. Is that what you're sort of feeling might happen?
Yeah.
Okay. It was interesting the last week or wherever it was, Darren, while you were sunning yourself and hydrating yourself, the euro actually lowered their interest rate, but the value of the currency went up against everything.
Yeah, that's an odd one, yeah.
Yeah, anyway. Okay. Let's keep hunting down there. So all of the AUDs since market open have pushed up. But there are extenuating, there's a lot of news coming. And then it's the following week that the Reserve Bank of Australia make their decision to keep it on hold, I would say. All right, CAD CHF. Oh, so that trend line, it's broken out there, Tom. It broke the long. And now it's pushing back up again. That short is still dominant on it.
Right. So right now it's just in consolidation.
Yeah, it seems to just come back up to the center and then drop off and come back to the center again. But it is working its way back down though. And so if this pull up, I'd sort of for me to be against the trend, I think it's more likely that the sell would be the direction on it. It hasn't broken the low though. This may just be a pullback before it does come down further. But you're right. There's a fair bit of consolidation going on for it. Right, rightio. CAD J. Oh, look at that, how it came down to just within a whisker of a previous low over here. See this over here. You still in this one, Darren, too? Are you or not? I don't. You're in most.
No, I took a small loss on this one.
Okay. Just looks like it wants to egg down and take that out, doesn't it? Well, that's sort of what it's doing on the other JPY. See, if you go CHF JPY, it's already taken that out and pushing back up. But you got inflation news on the CAD. Okay. Which could push it up further. But it's just come up to the middle again as well and dropped off the middle and dropped off on the 4 hour. Then on the daily, it's just breaking down. Okay. So much news on this. Oh. We've got the CAD news and Japanese news and US. All right. CHF JPY already broken. Is this the low and it's going to start to now push back up? Or are we just going to push up and then have another push back down again? I think that's taken out the fair value gap, hasn't it, Tom? No, not quite. It's got further to go. Got a little bit further to go, if it wants to. Look at that. We've got heaps of red triangles there. It pushes back down the daily. Heaps of green. It comes up only to the middle and then drops back out again. Okay. And that's a Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. So obviously, and you can see, like, from a strength perspective, they're both sitting up high up there. All right, Euro AUD. The euro started to drop off again. That was, I think it must have been rate decision last week. Look at it, just the push up. And then it's worked its way back down.
I'm still in this one from the short.
From up here.
No, from the 4-hour short.
Oh, that one there.
Yeah.
And it pushed back up and broke it. Oh, yeah, you would have been above it on that one. Okay.
Yeah, I was above it.
Yeah. Oh, that's all right. Well, you haven't, any of these pullbacks, you haven't decided to get out of it.
No, it
Fair
still
enough.
says
No,
short.
that's okay.
It never did say
Yeah.
long.
No. It did a rollover.
Yeah, just might as well just let it run.
Yeah.
Worst case
Okay.
scenario, it comes back to my entry and I get out and then
But
reverse it.
yeah, but you now have it, you at entry that you
Well,
sold off.
your yellow line is basically my entry.
Oh, down here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It came in, snapped me in, and pulled back. So now
Yeah,
I just
and now,
decided just let it run. If it's gonna run, it's gonna
okay,
run.
gotcha. Oh yeah. Euro CAD. Gosh, that took off, didn't it? Right.
Yeah.
See, that long is still on. I mean, yeah, you had to go in from this one. That would be good. I reckon, yeah, we're going to have a short out of that and push back down again. And what's the euro news is not much, I don't think. Yeah, it's only sentiment and okay. Yeah, I think it'll probably, I mean, you look at how hard that's pushed up on the daily, more likely to pull back a bit before it does push back up. Euro CHF. Gosh. Come on, daily. Yeah. There's no long here yet. Yeah, that one's too difficult. The moment it is anyway. Euro GBP. Rubbish. Look at that. That's consolidating for sure. Gonna have to break out the top or the bottom
I'm still in this one.
for the buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let's pull back here. What's the inflation rate supposed to be sitting? Rate decisions stay the same. Retail sales down. Okay. I reckon you'll get your buy out of it.
Eventually, if it doesn't spike me up first.
Yeah, true. Okay. Euro JPY. See, all of those JPYs, they're all like, I don't know whether this is a little fake push up. Again, that's getting close to down the bottom of the wick here. Yeah, look how close it is there. Just come down here, pulled away. It's broken the short just.
And came back to where?
You mean to the left or in the actual?
In the 4 hour. Just
Well,
beneath, right there at that short. So basically, it's at the halfway point on your rail.
yeah. Well,
So now we have,
it broke the candle. It broke the candle of the short.
right. So now we have tonight at 2 a.m. the first news hit.
Yeah. Okay.
Right before London Open. Well, after London Open.
What time? This one, you reckon? Yeah, no, it's after London Open. Yeah, couple of hours. I think that there's more. I think the Japanese news has got more weight in it than what that Euro news will be. It may push it around, but I think that the Japanese news, the inflation and the interest rate stuff is what will make a lot of the movement. And you're right. Look at the short, still playing on that hole on the daily. Did the short, pull back again, broke it, and then dropped off, which is totally against, well, not against, but opposite to what would be potentially normal if there's no normal. Okay, Euro NZD. And more consolidation. I think it will buy. It needs the energy to get out of there.
Curse your tongue, young man. I'm still in this for the sell.
In the sell?
It just never broke. It never stopped me out. So I just left it.
From where? From up here?
No, from that short on the 4 hour.
Oh, this one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's broken past it.
Yeah, but my stop's at the top of the green wick.
Yeah, I understand that. Well, it came up close.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. So I thought it was gonna break it. And if it broke it, I was gonna look at getting into a buy. It just
Yeah.
never broke it, you know? So
I
I'm
think
looking for this now to break that green wick next to the long.
Yeah, down here. Oh,
Yep.
Greenwick, that one there.
Yeah, I'm looking for that to break and push down and beat that low and take all that liquidity. See those three down at the bottom?
Yeah, I
Now
can
you got
see.
three at the top, three at the
Yeah,
bottom. So
yeah.
I'm thinking it's going to push down, sweep that liquidity,
And
then give
and
it
then
the
go
first
up.
push up.
Yeah, I agree. I think you're right. I just don't know how far it's going to come back down. You have the
I just want to come back to my entry.
Yeah, of course you do.
And I'll be happy.
Yeah. Oh, well, you're going to have to be happy even if it doesn't do that, Tom.
Right, exactly. The less I lose, the better.
Yeah, correct. Euro Singapore. Again, a lot of choppiness going on. I think on the daily it's out. I'm looking, I'm waiting for a long on this. So we've got a long, short, long, just again, it's dancing around. This is for me, I think this is so typical of where the market's waiting for a rate decision, particularly the US one. Like it mulls around, waiting, taking out stop losses, pushing one way, taking out stop losses, push the other way, and then it just like jumps out of the blocks. Okay, Euro USD is the one. Yeah. So there's the push up. All right, we've got a long on that on the daily.
I'm in the sell still from the short, so
Mm,
a bit of drawdown.
yeah, I don't like. Well, again, Darren, this could quite easily just sell right out at when the interest rate decision, which
Yeah,
means the euro weakens and the US strengthens, which would be totally against what is the fundamental understanding that if you lower the interest rate of the country, it would weaken off. But the point is, if the Fed does it to sort of keep employment strong, then maybe the market will see it as a positive, and then we'll make it actually we'll get it to buy.
Yeah.
That would be potentially unfortunate. But you see what happens. Like I was watching last night the news, they were looking about the stock market and Nvidia and some of the other US stocks have just like jumped a number of percent over the last 24 hours since the market opened. Like because the rate decision is imminent. Yeah, I don't know whether the stock market and or the financial markets will actually coincide or be different. Anyway, so what are these GBPs doing? Yeah, they're all mulling around as well. It's just so much for me dormancy. It's just look at this. You got a short, it comes to the middle, plays around, then jumps up, doesn't come to the outside, pushes back down again. Blah, rubbish. Look at this. Broken the trend line. That's lovely. But like nothing, there's a whole lot of just rubbish going on there. Nothing decisive like that or that. Looks like it's coming up to break that short. Well, it's at the danger zone in the middle, so we'll just see. Look, I haven't looked at all of these GBPs for a while. Whoa, GCAD. That's a big move.
I'm irritated I missed that.
Yeah, out of that long. But you see, we had all of this rubbish up and down.
Well, I caught that long.
You got that one.
Yeah, and then I got out of it because it started to come back.
Yeah.
So I just got out of it. And then because I was figuring it's going to pull back down and take up some of this fair value gap. And I didn't set up another trade above it in case it shot. So I'm irritated with myself that I didn't have a trade set up there.
Yeah,
I should have saw that coming.
Of course.
Well, look across on your daily.
Yeah, I know.
Look at all that liquidity sitting there that it's been fighting trying to get.
Yeah. Over here.
You know, all the way across that whole section right there, just sitting there with money, just sitting there.
Yeah. Yeah, this stuff here. And
no,
further up.
Go back to where it says short.
Oh. There's heaps over there to the left as well.
Yeah. So what I'm talking about is from that short straight across, just straight across. Look at all that liquidity sitting there just above those candle wicks at the top. All that money. And I thought to myself, oh, it's going to pull back down and go after that long.
And then go
so
up.
I got out.
Yeah.
And then when it didn't, I didn't have a trade set up for it to sweep that liquidity at all those long wicks at the top across there.
Yeah, well, I'll show you. Like there's heaps over here to the left. Look at them all. That, and over here as well. Further up. Looks like it's coming for it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna give a sweet push down when that news hits
Yeah,
because it's overextending.
I agree. It's way up there. And that's significant, that push. It could go, oh well. Yeah, but we're going to be waiting for the news. So anyway, it's got a bit more time to push around. Rightio, that's that on the. At least you got one part of it, Tom. That's good.
I know it just frustrates me when I miss big moves like that.
There's other big moves to come, Tom.
Especially when I know better.
GBP yeah, too much sideways on that one too. Look at that here. There's a short, long, there's a whole leaper. Yeah, nowhere near. Okay, GBP, JPY. Now, this is the, again, see all the JPYs have all sort of just not broken the bottom and started to pull back up at the start of this week. Is that one knocked you out, Darren, or did
No,
you get
still
out?
in this one.
Yeah, bloody drawdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of these JPYs, every one of them have just pushed back off that short. We don't have a long yet, but there's so many triangles in there. So Darren, you're just hoping it doesn't come to your stop loss and then it pulls up and gets going.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, well, I got into a couple of these with trailing stops and they just pulled back and just took me out.
Yeah.
So I'm a little ginger about it at the moment. I want to see some breaks. It hasn't. Oh no, yeah, it's broken that short, Tom, on the 4 hour. So again, I think you're right. It probably comes to the center to a pullback, but there is no definitive that this is going to actually break up. So or buy longer term.
Not
But
yet.
you have a couple of longer weeks there. Look at that longer one. As I said yesterday, it hasn't broken it. Look at that. Came down but didn't break it, and then just off it went. A lot of resistance here. All right, GBP NZD. Oh, this one would be. All right, we'll probably get a pullback on this one, but the long is on overall. Power for it. Okay, let's see. We get. Oh, this is only the. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but that long got taken.
This long here?
No, the long in the 4 hour.
Yeah. Yeah. It came. The next candle came down, took it out. That's right.
Right. So I'm looking
So
at the
does that?
next long at the bottom.
Oh, this one over here
Yeah.
to sell to?
Yes. Don't have a short on the daily.
No, no,
So it's
no,
going to
no,
have to
no. It's a
create a
long.
short before it goes further higher.
Yeah,
Don't know when it's going to create the short, but if you look at it,
but
it's already
yeah,
taken that long out on
yeah,
the 4 hour. So
yeah.
now if it starts failing here and starts making red candles, I'm looking for a short back to that long at least.
Back down to here.
Yeah. Let it come down, sweep that liquidity from the last long wick it created, take that
But
long,
like, yeah,
and then be
okay.
gone.
Yeah, then buy further up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If I get another
Okay.
red candle here on the 4 hour where it pushes down,
Yeah.
I'm setting my trade up for a buy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Above where the red candle is because it's
Mm-hmm.
less likely to push back. Okay. But it would have to be, or most likely quite a significant sell candle, though.
Well, it just has to be in that direction, showing me that it's
Yeah.
going to fail to go lower.
Yeah. Okay. Rightio. GBP Singapore. Oh, well. Again, you're getting this sort of big wick thing off the bottom out here, and then off it goes. It hasn't broken the short to the left on the daily, but it's certainly pushing that way. We'll see. Again, we've got all that news coming. This is going to be an interesting, like the Euro USD and the GBP USD. Wow. Is this just a preempt? A push up and a push up ready for the dropout? I think it will sell. Yeah, this is giving it space to be able to sell too. Rightio, NZDs. Right, NCAD. That's about to do a pullback. It has, oh, look at that. Not quite taking the short out.
Not yet.
No, not yet. Do you reckon it will?
Yes.
And then sell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where do you have your entry?
Well, it has to finish forming first
Yeah, true.
because I don't know what it's going to give me as far as the candle for an entry. But if I had to just place one where you have your yellow trend line, yeah, right there above that fair value gap.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. All right, we'll see. All right, NZ, well, you've got that CAD news. That's the only NZDCHF. Sideways rubbish. No. NJ. Yeah, still all of the JPYs, all just doing a pull up from the start of the market. Some larger amount, some smaller. But it has certainly hasn't wanted to break this down here. So that short is still dominant, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What that turned off? I did too. Yeah, I don't think I need it in there anyway. The question is, will it come down and break down here before it does go back up? This might be just a little rally. All right, NU. Yeah, see, all pushed up. Here we go. Now, will it break that trend line? Potentially not. I'm ready for it to sell out there. Singapore Japanese yen. Again, a little rally at the end of the week. Look at that. Oh, sorry, the start of the week. But look at that drop. That's actually quite a significant drop out there. 400, 450 pips or so. And that short is still that short. We got a little long, but then a short straight away. We got a long short there too. It's broken that. Hasn't come up to break the short here though. Maybe that. I don't know. I think this will sell further, but all of them, are coming down to a low here that so many things saying that it's going to buy and continue to buy. All right, USD CAD sideways at the moment. Broke that short. Back up, back down. It's this to break up the top. But that'll put it around the middle on the daily. Gosh, you got all that news and I don't want to make any prediction of what the hell's going to happen here. USD and CHF.
I'm still in the buy on USD CAD actually, just
Yeah, well, that's all right though.
early.
And it might push up further, Darren, because I don't know. My thoughts it would, but it may just, drop off the planet. We'll see.
Yeah.
USD
Yeah, I'm
CHF.
thinking,
Yeah. You want to go back UK?
yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
See,
You're
look at that
thinking.
big fair value gap box right there in the right above the long.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my trade set up for price to come back in, take that fair value gap,
And then buy.
maybe not break the low, and go back up. But I think it's going to come down first, because if you take your, you see your short up there at the top on the 4 hour,
Yeah, this one here.
a long red wick at the top of that.
Oh yeah, there up here. Yeah.
If you take your fib from the high to the low of the long.
Oh, okay.
From the low.
Sorry. Oh, the other way.
No, you're right. Just you got to go to the low.
Oh, all the way down.
Yeah.
Sorry.
See, if you look, the 618 is right there in the middle of that fib.
Yeah.
Right where that thing
in
is.
the middle of the candle there. Yeah.
In the middle of the candle. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
So even if it comes back down there, it's going to tap that rail when it comes down.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking for a further push up.
Push up. Yeah.
I think it's going to come back down into that area first. Eat up a lot of that fair value gap liquidity. Hit the 618 or your rail and tap out, and then push back up.
Well, that'll be all right for you, Darren. You've got,
Yeah.
You'd still be okay with it. Yeah. Okay.
Because typically they don't leave lots of money like that just sitting out there for too long.
not in the US dollar one. They don't. You're right. All right. USD CHF. Look at that. Again, this is just going to dart one way or the other.
I'm hoping it buys. I'm in the buy.
Yeah, I think it will buy as well, but I'm going to wait till after it does what it does. That's my strategy at the moment. UJ, again, pulled up. It's broken down past that low. It took out the low further over here. That's gone. All right, there's another low further down, but I don't know. I have to see what sort of a pull up it may do. It might only just come to the middle rail again and then drop off. But we've got short, long, short. There is no long here at the moment. All right, USD and Singapore. I think this is a push down, waiting for it to push back up. I think if we get that rate decision, I think it will buy. I mean, I just don't want to commit to it. It'd be good to see. Anyway, if I miss out, I miss out. Who cares? But see, look at gold. Look how it's pushed. It's nearly 2.6. And so is that a push out waiting for the US dollar to change for them you change the interest rate and for this just to drop off? Because it's well outside on the daily and the 4 hour. And then if we look at what was silver, I looked at yesterday.
Oh, well, silver.
Yeah.
I'm out of that now. It's hit the
rail.
rail and I'm out. So
Yeah.
that was quite a good trade. Nice trade. That one.
Yeah, no, that was good for you. And Bitcoin's come back to, it's on 57, so it's pulled back just a little bit. But this oil, yeah, look at that. It's done a little pull up in the end of the week, but that was a massive drop, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, got along now on the daily. Just
yeah. Well, you were in it. You were in this long here, and it just pulled up, and then it's turned around and dropped off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll have a pullback because we're at the other side of the 4 hour nearly. The old cocoa is just mulling around at the moment. Easy stuff.
So wedging
up. Yeah, true. But like there's still that whole sideways. Yeah, you're right. But I don't know. I think things have settled down in relation to that at the moment. That was a big deal for a while. Still hasn't come back to what seemed to be relatively normal down here. Anyway. Okay. Back to there. Oh, look at that. Pushing further. All right. Well, I think I'll organise and see you guys tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Well, there would have been the CAD news, but still not the. Oh, it might be before. Is it just before? Oh, hang on. We're US. What is it? We got a rate decision is 7 o'clock on the 18th. So that'll be tomorrow though for you, isn't it, Darren? Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is 8 o'clock when we start, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it'll be just before. It'll be an hour before we start this session, or that I start the
30
session.
minutes.
Yeah.
1930.
That's the press conference, but the rate decision will be at 19. It says.
So
Wow.
which one would you plan on?
This
The
one
actual
here,
one
I
at
think.
9? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
at 1900 or the one at 1930?
No, the one at 1900. Because that's when the decision comes out. This is just after the press conference, 30 minutes after saying, well, we decided this because of this and this. Like, so, the horse is probably already bolted at the rate decision.
It's going to get the push, and then 30 minutes later, it's going to get the pull.
Yeah, well, that's right. Could be. Or an extension of the push.
Right.
I think this is, the market for the last month or so has been waiting for this. This is what, this is what it's like, because the US is well, the AUD would be last, but the US is really just hanging out. One of the last major countries to actually lower interest rate. But anyway, I think the orange Jesus will be very upset.
Who knows? Maybe
I
somebody will
mean,
take
how
another
much does
pot
he
shot at
pay
him.
those? How much does he pay those people just to get shot and go to prison for him? The ones that the ones that
Anything to change the headline news.
yeah, I know. It's like, oh God, look, I I've been saved again. It's like
Yeah. So that on that cat, it just AUD cat, it just took the high.
yeah, yeah, it took the short. Yeah,
Yeah, the short.
yeah, and I was taking it out. So I think it'll turn. We'll just see. Anyway, that's AUD USD. Sorry, that is the cat. It was a cat already gone. That's well and truly gone. This was AUD USD. It took the short out on that.
Hasn't done it on the daily though.
No, no, correct. It certainly can.
Now you got your long too.
Yeah, there's a long on the daily. Yeah, but you're going to get a pullback, so it's no use getting in on that long. I think you wait till you get the pullback and then get into that buy. Well, it might be the other way. We might just drop right off when the US rate comes out. Anyway, that's enough for me today. I'm back in. We've got our final submissions in the court case we're in, so day off from the bus, and I'll take the train in the city and sit in court for the day while they charge us heaps of money again.
Are you a Saints fan,
Which? Oh,
Darren?
Tom is. Darren is, sorry.
Sorry, what was that?
Are you a Saints fan?
As in St Helens, as in rugby league.
Oh, rugby. Okay. We
Yeah,
have a Saints team here in the state for football. It kind of looks
yeah.
like that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But football and rugby are sort of like they have similarities.
No.
Yeah.
Rugby's an all-out brawl. You could throw a football player out of the United States out of an airplane and he'd bounce. He's got so many pads on him.
Well, that's
Yeah,
true. That's true.
yeah, but they both football and rugby. They're both sniffing each other's bums. That's really all they're doing, like pushing and shoving and having a sniff. And bloody hell, I don't know. And running to a line and jumping on a ball. Anyway, that's okay. Rightio. Take it easy, everyone. I'll see,
Yeah.
see
All
you
right.
again tomorrow. There'll be more circus. Let's see how many
Yeah.
more people. They got to organise more marksmen for the yellow Jesus.
Yeah. Always
All right,
entertaining.
then. All right, no worries.
Take care,
Ciao. See
everyone.
you later. Bye.
Okay. See ya.